Where am I? The suspense is building. I'm back in a train station. So I'm in Beijing South now, as I always seem to be. I'm about to get the train to Tianjin. This is an impromptu trip. Essentially what happened is one of my friends like missed a train due to like some mishap with the organising of tickets. He was meant to give a talk at this school, so I'm just going to go do it in his place. I was basically approached by one of the people in the office and they were like, okay, so do you want to go on a random holiday Friday afternoon? So that's what I'm doing. Off to Tianjin.
Anytime. We sincerely hope you travel comfortably and safely.
The train station was reassuringly generic. I'm told that in third-tier cities, even the arches that welcome you are identical. Survived taxi ride. Driver was really friendly. Now in like urban Tianjin, but particularly downtown. Like, I don't know. It's like a weird mix of like more cosmopolitan than Beijing. Like it's a lot busier. This like one bit I'm walking through. Taxi driver was lovely. Best bit of advice I ever got for taxi drivers was from a friend David Weeks, who recommended that I just learn some like because basically we always go through exactly the same conversation with taxi drivers. It's like none of them speak English. It's like, hello, how are you? Where are you from? What's your name? Do you play football normally? Because I'm English. But David recommended that learn some random other countries. Like just learn the Mandarin for Uganda. And then like in the taxi, because David speaks almost fluent Mandarin. So he was telling me that it's just a lot funnier to get in the taxi and I'm like, oh, where are you from? Be like, I'm from Uganda. And the taxi driver will respond with something like, but what? You can't be from Uganda. And then you just be like, oh, but first, oh, I will explain that soon, but first let me tell you about our problems with the neighbours, other countries around us, like Ethiopia. To which the taxi drivers will apparently almost always respond with, oh, we have trouble with our neighbours too, we are so similar. Which sounds excellent, really. But no, I enjoy the conversations with taxi drivers, because I feel I have some idea what's going on. Like the taxi drivers all very kindly stay with them. Am I going to be going there? Don't think I'm going to be going there. The taxi drivers very kindly stay with them the first, like, the 30 or so pages of the textbook. The language school textbook, which I'm always very grateful for. Problem is if I stay in the taxi for, like, too long and then they end up, like, asking actual questions. Like, what is your job? Which you can't really explain in English. And if you're wondering, yes, there are another 13. There are probably more than 14. And yes, they number them. Not sure why. Ivy then took me to the room I'd be giving the presentation in, and I started setting up. It seemed that most of the stuff I was doing with work, it was either with Ivy or Carol, which I was very happy with. As you're about to see, Ivy still didn't really get why I was recording things. So I've nicked Carol's PowerPoint presentation, where normally it talks about how he's like graduated in history and English from McGill. I've decided to add on that I've graduated from RGS studying economics, because realistically, it's meh. It's not wrong. It's not true. It's not wrong either.
What?
Oh, this is for the vlog.
Oh my gosh. You should have warned me.
Fine. Presentation was a success. After I said my goodbyes to the colleagues, I got the taxi back to Tianjin Station, and alas, again, to Beijing South. Back in the train station, my policy for taxis is like always sit in the front, because you just end up chatting to the taxi drivers. And it was just like, it's just really nice to try and, I don't know, it's just cool to have these conversations, right? Because people always tell you that like the way you learn Mandarin is just through, or the way you learn any language is through chatting to people. But like organic conversations are quite difficult to crop up, right? Like it's like relatively hard to just walk up to a stranger, or like it's just weird to just walk up to a stranger and be like, hi, please talk to me. Whereas like taxis are just really good, where like when you're feeling up to it, it's just good to engineer the situations where you're chatting to people. But yeah, so here I am at the train station, which is bloody massive, as they all are. And time to get the train back to Beijing. While waiting in the queue for tickets, I was struck by this sheer size of the city. This was second tier. I struggled to comprehend that. Birmingham, Manchester being the second tier of English cities, with just nothing on this scale. China's size was still something which I struggled to comprehend.